All right, welcome back to the One Bar and Lupagus show. I am Lupagus, and we are going to talk training camp battles today. We are talking the linebacker position, jumping over to the defensive side of the football. Before we hop into that, be sure to subscribe. We are so close to 3,500. I can smell it, and it smells glorious. Also, join Patreon for some exclusive content eventually. Right now, we're taking suggestions from you guys, making videos of your suggestions if you sign up for the Patreon. So be sure to do that. Become a Patreon Knight of the One Bar and Lupagus show. All right, let's talk about the linebacker position. So looking at this position just from a kind of a outside view going in, the Vikings have kept 5 linebackers the last couple of years. So expect that to be the number that they hang on to. I would be very shocked if they actually kept more than that. Look at the depth chart. There's obviously, I think, 3 guys you can consider locks at this point. You got Eric Kendricks, who definitely is going nowhere. Anthony Barr. I don't see any way 3rd-round pick Chaz Surratt does not make the final 53-man roster. He'd have to very, 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 very much step on his dick through training camp for him not to make the team. So I think Surratt is a lock. You kind of go in that next category, the likely to make it, but not for sure. And I think you got 2 guys in this one, Nick Vigil, Troy Dye. Nick Vigil's been a solid player in his career, good special teamer, provides good backup. Probably going to make the team, but he's not a lock to make the team. I think Troy Dye, too, coming off a so-so rookie year where he's mostly injured. He looks undersized. Hopefully he's bulked up. Hopefully he's got some bigger shoulder pads or at least some kind of cool arm swag, make him look a little bit tougher. But I do think those 2 are likely to make the roster. But again, no locks. In the mix, too, I think maybe just a hair behind those 2 are Ryan Connolly, Blake Lynch, and Cameron Smith. And you got your long shots, Tuff Borland, Christian Ellis, the couple undrafted guys. So let's just narrow this thing down right now. Tuff Borland, Gonzo, much as that's going to hurt One Bar's heart, maybe a practice squatter, but he ain't making this team. Christian Ellis is not making this team. You look at Cameron Smith. Yeah, he's a great story. He comes back from heart surgery, ready to make basically given a second chance at the NFL, but this guy wasn't very good when he came out of college. He was cut as a 5th rounder, which doesn't always happen. I don't see him making this team. Blake Lynch, now he definitely has a possibility. He came in last season as an undrafted rookie, played pretty well in the game he showed up against the Saints. He was one of the few players on defense that day who was actually making some plays. I think he had 10 tackles in that horrifying game against the Saints on Christmas. So I think Blake Lynch has got a shot. Ryan Connolly, we didn't see much of last year. The Vikings signed him after final cuts. I think he was injured right away and didn't play much at all. So if he comes back healthy, shows something, he could actually stick around. So I do think when it's all said and done, the 5 linebackers on the Vikings roster will be Eric Kendricks, Anthony Barr, Chaz Surratt, Nick Vigil, and Troy Dye. We'll see how things shake out in camp, but that's what I'm predicting right now as of mid-July. So if you guys disagree with me, let me know in the comments. Who do you think is going to be the 5 linebackers on the Minnesota Vikings? Do you think they will keep more than 5? Let me know. I can't wait to see your comments and to read what you guys are thinking. All right, until then, be sure to always keep your skull in your hole.